Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about pretty much pricing of the program because one of the objections that I hear some of our proxies say is like, hey, your program might be too expensive because we are charging you a lot of money, but it's relative to what? The reason why we charge this much money is because you're buying a business in a box, so it's justifiable. And right now, what I want to show you, I want you guys to, I want us to walk together, buying a business together, and what it really looks like for you guys to actually compare it to actually that something you compare it to. Because sometimes if I tell you my price of the program is this much, you're like, oh, it's too expensive. But what are you comparing it to? Are you comparing it to a course? Are you comparing it to mentorship? Are you comparing it to consulting? Because like, what are you really comparing to? Because when you join my program, I'm technically selling you my company in a box, and not only that, I'm teaching you how to operate it. It's an extra plus. So let's actually look at the reality of what happens when you buy a business in a box, or and what are the actual returns on it. Like let's go through that together. So here we have buybiz.com, which is a website where you technically just buy businesses, right? You can do this yourself. You don't really have to take my word for it. You can do your own research. I love that it just tells you right here, right in the front. So let's say a turnkey, profitable, operating national brand. Pretty much just like, I guess this is for, I don't even know what this is, but it's a business. Well, let me click on it because I just opened this thing up. What does this business do? Oh, I guess it's for Prime. Okay. So I guess it's like a painting company type of deal, and this company is charging you 270,000 with cash flow of 50K every year. Holy crap! So that means you gotta pay this guy 270,000 to make 50K a month. In my company, you can start and make 50K the next month, not a year. Literally the next month. We have clients that made 30 cash collected in 1 week. We have clients that made 80 in 1 month. Okay. So let's go to another one. I mean, these are $1 million. Now let's go down in range because I know a lot of you guys don't even. Let's go max 300K. Um, espresso smoothie. This one costs 185 grand. I wonder if they put what is the yearly profits. Jesus. So they don't even want to. The EBITDA is not even. So EBITDA is after bills, expensive, penalty, all of that stuff. That's like the actual profit. That's EBITDA. They're not even putting their EBITDA because it's probably like 10K a month or some shit, bro. Like it's ridiculous. Let's see another one. 30K down, profitable, Tampa surf since Jesus. So this is another company, 150 grand, you're profiting 70 to 80 a year. A year. So you pay this guy 150 grand and you can potentially make 75K, 80K a year. That means 7K profit a month if we average it to like just 10, right? And again, my company, you can make, bro, it's laughable making just 10K a month is laughable because it's only two clients, right? Um, Amazon FBA wholesale business doing over 200K. I mean, this one seems alright because it's you buy it for 70K and you can. Oh no, but this is a year. Yeah, fuck that. Like this is still a year. I keep forgetting because I rarely calculate my income through a year. I live in monthly basis. Like I'm like how much I'm making this week and this month. I really look at a year to be honest. So like, that's why I'm getting confused. So 70 grand for you can make 6 grand a month. Again, in my company, you can make this every single month, hell, every single week. When I give you my business like in the box, you can easily do 60 grand, 40 grand a week, not a year, a week. So that's when if you tell me, oh, your program is too expensive, your company is too expensive, I'm like, what are you comparing it to? Because if I compare it to an actual other businesses with less cash flow, it doesn't make no goddamn sense. So it's like, look, and this one, this is a very common one, a pool cleaning business, right? At least this one is the cash flow is relative to the revenue. How much the cash flow is relative to what you're paying. So it's 112 grand, right? And you cash flow 110 grand. So you're pretty much profiting 10K a month, by paying 112 grand a month, which this is probably the best one I've seen. And again, let me remind you, with us, it's not even half of 100 grand, right? And you're making 50 grand, 100 grand next month if you get your stuff together. What I mean, get your stuff together, get your media and get your sales things done, and like we got your back. Like we do everything else for you. All you gotta do is get in front of the camera and you gotta help me. And you gotta sell. I'm sorry, not help me. You gotta sell. You get me? Because if you're bad at sales, it's gonna take me a while to train you. But if you're good at the camera and you're good at selling, you can easily make 30 to 50 grand like next month when you join me. Like literally it's next month. It's not like, oh, 6 months, a whole year. No, it's next month you're there already. Look, another one that you pay 270, you only cash flow 50, and it goes on and on. Okay, look, a dog grooming business. A dog, I mean, if you're a pet lover, maybe you love this one. You pay 150 grand and you only cash flow 90 grand a year. That's less than 8 grand a month. You get me? So it's like, holy crap. I'm gonna have to pay somebody 150 grand to maybe make 8 grand a month. And it says cash flow, but like, I don't know. I don't know. When you have a building, when you have stuff like that, there's more expenses. But hey, successful lands. So there's another landscaping company. This one is 100 grand pretty much, and you cash flow 46, 45. Which it's again is you gotta think about the numbers. I pay this guy 100 grand. What is my ROI back? That's literally what you guys gotta do the math. And you can be like in Javi's program, I pay him X amount and I get the same return in less than a month. Realistic, like if you're a badass, in less than a month you get a return on the investment. Now, if it takes you a little bit, like maybe you're not that skilled at sales or maybe media, whatever it may be, they might take you 3 or 4 months. But it's way better than making that 40 grand in a whole year. You get me? You got to work for a whole year. For me, it's literally, and let me remind you, once you get the skills going, you can do this every single month. You get me? It just might take you a little bit longer to get ROI in the program. But most of our clients, 60 to 70% of our clients, they get an ROI before the 4 month mark because you can make so much money in so little time. All right. So another one. This is a donut French fry. So a cash flowing mobile donut French fry for sale, turnkey and operating. Another business that you gotta pay 250 grand to only cash flow 75,000. And then you have people telling, oh, your program is too expensive. Well, we're expensive because it's relative to what you could potentially make, and I'm comparing it to an actual businesses. Like because I'm selling you my company, all my systems, all my SOPs, all my operations. I give you everything in a box. So that's why I'm comparing it to an actual business. You guys may be comparing it to a course that you bought for $2,000 and be like, oh wow, why is your stuff like this much? It's an insane amount of money. I'm like, well, because I'm selling you a business in a box. You get me? And if you look around through all these companies, look, an under 40-year salary, Coin Laundry. Coin Laundry are very low maintenance, but you still got to pay 120 grand to cash flow 42,000. You can make 42,000 in my program in less than a week if you wanted to, but you just got, like I said, you got to be good at sales, you got to be good at media. I do everything else for you. You just got to get in front of the camera and close the clients that we get you. So yeah, just like there, and then here go the cleaning pool business, and then it's over. There's so many of them. So this is just like, I want you guys to also like just to zoom out a bit sometimes and see like, okay, if this costs me this much, what is the value? And that's the main difference between rich person and a poor person, that they look at price differently, because if they see a higher price, that means it has higher value. And when the value is so good, price gets thrown out the window. And that's why I get to charge my prices, because the value is so good, the results are so good. If I sell you something that is 50 grand and you can make literally 50 grand in next month, isn't that price worth it? You get me? So it is expensive, but expensive to what? Are you comparing it to like an online course that is $1,000, $2,000? That is just a course. So that's when it becomes okay. It's expensive compared to this. But now, if you compare it to a business to business, that's what you should compare it to, then it's no brainer. It's probably the best single investment you'll make in your life, because not only am I giving you the business in the box, I'm training you to operate it, which is the most important part. Yeah, you can buy a laundromat, you can buy a pool cleaning business, you can buy a dog grooming business, you can buy a donut and whatever it may be, but do you know how to operate that business, right? And also, while you operate, like I'm teaching to operate my company, the business I sold you in a box, you're getting skills that you can transfer those skills into your next business. Because my company, one of the main things that we teach you is marketing and client acquisition, right? That skill that I'm teaching you, you can take that skill and implement that skill into all your companies. That's what I do in mine, and that's why all my companies are profitable, because I know customer acquisition, right? So it's like it's even more of a no-brainer, right? Like I'm giving you the business in the box. I'm training you. I'm teaching you how to utilize it, and I'm teaching you how to implement that system into different companies so you can get higher ROI on your time. So that just it just this just pretty much what I wanted to say with the video, just to kind of like zoom out a bit and make you guys realize that when you say something expensive, you gotta compare it to the right thing. It's like almost comparing like like a Rolls Royce car to like a Honda. It's like two different levels. Yes, they're still technically a car, but this one has the Rolls Royce has, it's like the experience you get in the Rolls Royce is more than night and day different. We're in a whole different other planet. Like the steering wheel is different, the drifting is not gonna be drifting, the handling is different, the wheels is different, the hydraulics is everything is every little part is different than the Honda. That's why they charge the price. So you should be asking yourself, okay, why is they charging this price? It means there'll be a reason. The product has to be so good. That's why they're allowed to charge this price. So what is the value? Because if value is good enough, price is out of the window. Okay, so that's just it for this video, for you guys to kind of get like a comparison of what it actually takes to buy a business and what is the actual profit. And in my company is so insanely profitable that the ROI that you can get is literally, you can get your money back the next month if you have the skills to do so.